It is time for another one of my Pretty Little Liars recap and review time.
Taking this one to the grave. If I show you, then I know you won't tell what I said. 'Cause two can keep a secret if one of them is.
Hey guys, it's Ashley, and that episode of Pretty Little Liars was pretty epic and amazing. How could I not do a recap or talk about this finale? It was really intense. Even though we didn't get that much answers, it was still really good. I mean, I found it like, I don't know, I cried a little bit. I was like blown away at the same time. And okay, like I'm pretty sure almost all fans of Pretty Liars has already seen this episode. So if you haven't, this is a spoiler alert. I'm gonna review a lot of things. Let's talk about like the main things here. So Arya and Ezra, they broke up, but they kind of broke up a few, like 2 or 3 times before, and they always get back together. So I have a feeling they probably will get back together because you can tell that they still love each other. And they recreated the scene from the pilot where they're by the staircase, like at Ali's funeral. They're at the staircase, and Arya thinks she can't be with him because he's her teacher, and so he's like, "Bye, Ezra," and she's about to go, and he takes her hand and then pulls her in for a kiss. They do the same exact thing. But at the school, I think it was. It was like really amazing. They played the same song in the background. Begin Again by Measure. Amazing song. I have it on my iPod. But yeah, that was sad. Hannah, Emily, and Arya, they find out that Spencer is the one that took Malcolm because Hannah babysits Malcolm without Arya knowing, but then Arya knows at the end. And while he is playing with Hannah's phone, someone texts Spencer. We find out at the end that Spencer texts her a picture of her with Spencer with Ali, and Malcolm's like, "It's her with the blue shirt," and it was Spencer with a blue shirt on the picture with Ali. And so then yeah, they find out, and Toby's alive. That's another thing that was a relief. I mean, that was a relief, like whoa. And he also says that he was on the A team all this time, but to protect Spencer. Now, I don't know if I should believe him. I mean, yeah, he kind of did protect her, but at the same time, it's like, but you did all these things and you're hurting her. But I know on Spencer too, she had to do all these things, like take Ezra's kid. I don't know, it's just kind of confusing to me. Like, I don't know if I should fully believe if he's good or not, because his face, like when they zoom up on him, he can act really good. I mean, I don't know. What's your thoughts on Toby, on the A team, and just trying to pretend he's on the A team? Another thing we find out is Shauna, I think that's her name, right? Shauna, that girl that works at the Halloween store. Anyway, we find out she's on the A team, working with Jenna and Melissa. Now I mean, I kind of had a feeling Melissa was like on the creepy side, but I didn't know she would be working with Jenna or and Shauna. She kind of seemed suspicious since she worked at the Halloween store, but not that suspicious. Another question that I was wondering is, where was Paige and where was Caleb in this episode? You know what I mean? Like, I hope they're not on the A team because I really love Caleb and Paige, and I love the couples, Caleb and Paley, so they better not be on the A team or I'm gonna cry. I also find out that I didn't even notice, and I should have, but I saw it all on Tumblr and Twitter, that Jenna's bi because she saw Shauna, I think that's her name, and then they were like holding hands. Like, I just thought it was like she was just being a caring friend to Jenna, but then people are saying she's bi now, and now I think about it, it makes sense because in that Halloween episode, the first Halloween episode, she was like dancing all like seductively in her Lady Gaga costume while looking at Emily, so that made sense. And then there was another gif of the second Halloween episode, like last year's Halloween episode, where Paige talks to Jenna and Paige like walks by and then she's kind of like smirking at her. So yeah, it makes sense now, but they're all on the A team, which is pretty scary. And so we fast forward to the end, and Spencer's parents are throwing her a get well party, but it's all a trap to meet Redcoat there. Redcoat knows that the four girls are going to be reunited there, and so it's at like this fancy cottage place, I guess you would call it. And so Mona's there with Spoby, and they're together. They're like, they made out, and they had like a sexual scene, which was really awkward because my mom was watching it with me and my dad, so that was like really weird. But but yeah, Mona's like, where are they? Are they gonna be here? And she's talking about the three other girls. Spencer's like, yeah, they're running a little late. So Mona's on the phone with supposedly the head, the red coat, like flying a plane, and she's like, yeah, you can land. And so they show a plane up in the air, and then Mona's still in the cottage, and Toby takes Spencer outside while Redcoat comes, and they're walking in the woods. It's all dark, and they hear someone walking in the woods. So Toby's like, okay, you know what to do. And so she's like, be safe. So he goes off, and then back in the cottage, Mona's in the cottage. She has her black hoodie on. She's about to walk out. Hannah, then Emily, and then Aria. I like how they did that. Like, she's about to walk this way, Hannah's there, and then she's about to turn the other way. Then Emily's there, and then she's about to go up the stairs, and then Aria swings around the stairs. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, they stopped her, and then they show someone in the black. I don't believe this was Toby. I hope it. I don't think it would be. Oh, it's not. I don't think it's not Toby. It isn't. I hope not. The black glove, putting a screwdriver in the lock, and then lighting up that invitation to Spencer's party, and then the fire spreads all over the cottage, and from inside, Mona, Hannah, Emily, and Aria are trying to escape, and there's no way out, and they have no phone signal. And then Mona starts like breaking down, crying. She's like, oh no, we're all gonna die in here, and I'm never gonna find out who she is. And then so they're like, wait, you didn't know who Redcoat was? And it doesn't really make sense, because didn't she see Redcoat? Confused me, because she saw Redcoat, unless it's a different Redcoat. At Radley, didn't she see her? Like, I did what you wanted me to do. Didn't she say that to Redcoat? We see Toby walking in the woods, and then he spots Redcoat, and right about when she's about to turn around, someone hits him in the back of the head, and he falls. And then that person throws the lighter next to him. So it was the same person who lit the cottage up in flames. Spencer, she sees Redcoat walk out, blonde hair, and she follows Redcoat all through the woods, and then she just loses Redcoat. She doesn't even know where that girl went. And then we see Mona in the cottage being dragged by someone, and I literally thought that she died when that happened. But it was just like the time when Emily knocked out from those fumes in the car in that barn, and one dragged her, Allison dragged her, or Courtney, or whoever. And I'm getting kind of confused with this series. And then Hannah wakes up, and she sees Allie in a red hoodie, like kind of looking down at her, like kind of worried. And then she looks again, and there's nothing there but trees. And then so they all wake up, the three girls, besides Spencer. And then Mona comes running, and she's like, did you guys see her? Did you guys see Allie? And Aria's like, you're hallucinating. And was like, Allie's dead. How could you have seen her? And then Hannah admits, I saw her too. And it's like, what? I mean, before it was only the four girls seeing her, but you didn't know if that was a dream sequence or if that was real, because they were kind of either on pills or knocked out or in the hospital, like some kind of like not in a normal state. Mona with the four girls driving in a car, and then they question Mona about when it all started, and how could she not know who Redcoat is when she's been with Redcoat, because she was there at the cemetery with Redcoat the time Emily got drunk and they dug up the grave, but she couldn't tell who it was because Redcoat had a mask on, but it really did look like Allie. So they're about to go home, and then they see a parked police car, Wilden's car, that someone pulled out of the lake. And so they stop, they park the car, and then they go to the police car, and there's the video, the laptop in the police car playing about Hannah's mom running, hitting Wilden with the car, and they're like, we have to get rid of this, and they're like, oh wait, there's more, and on the monitor thing has Shauna and Jenna dragging Wilden's body out. So they were the ones that dragged Wilden's body out, and they're like, wait, they know Wilden? Kind of like gives you like more questions to think about. So it's like, wait, look at the trunk. So they go to the trunk. I thought maybe we'd have some kind of writing on the trunk or something, but they never show the trunk. Then they all get a text message, "You're mine, kisses, A." So they're all reading it, "You're mine, kisses," and then Mona says A, and they all look at her like, whoa, she got the text too. And Mona's kind of scared, and so they open the trunk of the car, and you're like, they all step back and they go, and then they never reveal what's in the trunk. And my theory is it's either, I think it's like someone's body in there, or someone who already died, or someone we're gonna find out who died. And I think it's Jason, because where has Jason been all this time? I don't know if someone took him out the hospital or he escaped himself, and then yeah, he was fine. But I noticed in this series that when someone goes off for a long time, they say they're fine and then they end up dying, like Maya. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, it's like makes you think a bit. And then in the end, it's the backflash to when Ali died, and it's the same hand going off from the ground like this, which was really creepy. And then they show someone else's hand pulling the hand off of the ground, and kind of goes from here to out to here, and then it's the end. What was that? Like, who was buried alive now? I mean, if Ali's still alive, are they doing the twin thing? I'm pretty sure they're doing the twin thing with this, but like, who died? Is it Courtney the one died and Ali's still alive, or Ali's the one died and Courtney's still alive? Or are they both alive and someone else died, or I don't know. Reading some pretty good theories on this episode, and some of them were really good. Like, so this one theory that I saw by someone on Tumblr, I'm gonna read the name, Pretty Little Liars dash bitches. That's their URL. I'll leave my Tumblr link in the down bar if you guys want to follow me, because I reblog Pretty Little Liars stuff. So someone anonymous asked, why was Toby left alone in the woods? Was that part of the plan or something? Why didn't Spencer go search for him? And so I really agree with this, and it really made me think about this. But this girl, she was saying that she thinks that there's two red coats. The good one is Allison. She tries to help girls. That's why she took them off from that house. And bad is someone else, Big A, from who Allison escaped. And Mona got a message from A2, so it means that they're probably two A teams. First A team is Mona, Toby, and maybe Allison, who isn't dead, but she's good, red coat. Second A team is bad, red coat, and other people, but like I said, it's my theory. I really agree with that theory. I mean, I don't see Jenna, Shauna, and Melissa on the same team as Toby and Mona. I mean, they seem too evil. The series has pretty much ruined my life. But, yeah, and the season 4 premiere is June 11th. Why do we have to wait so long for Little Liars? But yeah, they're filming it right now, so that's why it's taking so long. And they always have their summer premiere in June, and maybe hopefully by then I can do weekly recaps because I won't have school. It'll be summer. But yeah, what do you think of this episode? I thought it was mind-boggling. What was your favorite part of this episode, and what was the most shocking? The most shocking thing for me was the part where Mona and Spencer all saw Allison. That was pretty shocking. I'm gonna go now, and bye.